Hi everybody, it's Danielle, your HPS garden coordinator. Welcome back to my home kitchen. Today we are cooking up a traditional Louisiana side dish called Maque Choux. Maque Choux is a blend of Cajun and Native American and French Creole flavors, and it's kind of like a spicy creamed corn. Today we're gonna make a simple, fresh version of the dish that's gonna highlight our end of summer produce really beautifully. So let's get cooking. For this dish, you'll need a few ears of fresh sweet corn. You should be getting some of this in your fresh food box this weekend if you signed up. I also have some cherry tomatoes left over, so I'm gonna add those in. For the holy trinity of Cajun cooking, we're gonna use bell pepper, onion, and celery. I chose green bell pepper today because we've been getting it a bunch in our produce boxes, but you can use any color you want. I also am gonna add garlic and jalapeno, give it a little heat. And then you might wanna use all butter, but I'm gonna sweat the vegetables in some olive oil first to make this dish a little healthier. You'll need salt and fresh ground pepper, and optional to use some smoked paprika. You can get really creative with this recipe though. Lots of cooks start with bacon and use bacon fat as the base. Others will add heavy cream towards the end to get that really rich cream corn kind of dish. Others will go even more farm forward and add shelled beans. We'll add some chopped tomatoes today. You could add red bell pepper instead of green to get that extra color in there. And any type of hot pepper you want works great as well. So our cayenne or jalapeno from up on the farm. First up, we're going to prep all of our vegetables because once we start cooking in the sauté pan, it'll only be about 10 to 15 minutes to start to finish with this dish. You'll see as I'm prepping the corn, we're gonna remove the kernels using a sharp chef's knife into a bowl, and we're also going to scrape the cob with the back of the knife. This releases all of that corn milk and gives the maque choux that creamy, silky texture without having to add any extra cream. Beautiful, we're ready to go. So first things first, we'll cook the trinity over medium with some olive oil and sweat it down. So it'll take about 5 minutes. We don't want it to brown, we just want it to get translucent and soft. We'll want to stir here pretty consistently to keep everything moving and so no pieces get stuck on the bottom browning. We want to release all those liquids we see coming out. The salt seasoning helps here. You can see the onions are starting to look translucent, and a lot of that water from the veggies is gone. So I'm gonna add a bit more oil here and then add our jalapeno and garlic and keep sweating them down. It's been a few minutes and all these peppers and onions are kind of starting to sizzle. So I am going to add our butter, corn, and another good pinch of salt. Once you start to feel some resistance on the pan and you see that your butter and oils have absorbed into all this corn, we are going to add half a cup of water and our seasonings and cover it up and let it shallow braise for a bit. Ooh, look at that. Okay, our water is evaporating. It's getting nice and saucy. Still a little watery, so we will keep the lid off and let some more of that water evaporate. And this is a great time to add our chopped tomatoes. And some fresh cracked pepper. I like lots of pepper. That sauce is getting rich and creamy. Looks so good. So here I will give it a taste test and adjust the final seasonings. So yummy, so fresh. Heat is good with that extra cayenne. I'm gonna add a bit more paprika to give it a little more smokiness. The smokiness is so good, it kind of acts as that bacon flavor without having to use an unhealthy fat in this dish. So here you have it, corn maque choux. So buttery, silky, saucy, all our fresh end of summer veggies displayed beautifully. And I almost forgot, gonna top it with some scallions, which are also coming in your fresh food box. I would serve this with some blackened shrimp, maybe some fried green tomatoes. Go ask Ray for his recipe. I hope you enjoy. Let me know if you get cooking. See you next time.